Roger Taylor was born on 26 July 1949 at West Norfolk and Lynn Hospital in King's Lynn, Norfolk. The new maternity ward was opened by Princess Elizabeth, where she was introduced to 16 new mothers including Winifred Taylor, his mother. Taylor first lived at 87 High Street in King's Lynn and later moved to Beulah Street in the town. Taylor's first school was Rosebury Avenue School. Taylor moved to Truro Cornwall in southwest England, with his mother Winifred, father Michael and younger sister Clare. When he was 7 years old, he and some friends formed his first band, the Bubblingover Boys, in which he played the ukulele. He briefly attended Truro Cathedral School at the age of 13. He joined Truro School as a day boy. At the age of 15, Taylor became a member of The Reaction, a semi-professional rock band formed mainly of boys from Truro School. Taylor had originally learned guitar, but became a drummer when he realized he had a more natural aptitude for it. Taylor taught himself to tune his drums, inspired by Keith Moon of The Who because of the great drum sounds on the early Who records. Another key influence on Taylor was drummer Mitch Mitchell of the Jimi Hendrix Experience, who Taylor stated was his early role model. In 1967, Taylor went to London to study dentistry at the London Hospital Medical College, but he became bored with it and changed to biology, obtaining a BSc at East London Polytechnic. Taylor met Brian May and Tim Staffel in 1968 after a friend saw an advert on a notice board at Imperial College for a drummer. Smile included May on lead guitar, Staffel on lead vocals and bass, and later Taylor on drums. The band lasted for 2 years before Staffel departed to join Humpy Bong, leaving the band with a catalog of 9 songs. Smile reunited for several songs on the 22nd of December 1992. Taylor's band The Cross were headliners, and he brought May and Staffel on to play Earth and If I Were a Carpenter. In 1969, Taylor was working with Freddie Mercury at Kensington Market in London. They were sharing a flat at around the same time. Mercury, then known as Freddie Bulsara, was a fan of Smile. The band split up in 1970. In the same year, Taylor turned down the chance to become drummer for Genesis, which led to Phil Collins joining instead. Bulsara convinced the remaining 2 members of Smile to continue, and he eventually joined the band, which he renamed Queen. In 1971, they recruited bassist John Deacon, before going on to release their self-titled debut album in 1973. Taylor is the 3rd most credited songwriter for the band, usually contributing 1 or 2 tracks per album. Taylor has had a productive solo career, releasing 6 albums. His first single was I Wanna Testify in 1977, recorded during Queen's sessions for the News of the World album. The A-side, although a cover of the Parliament song of the same name, was completely different from the original. The B-side was a self-penned song, Turn on the TV. Taylor's first solo album, released in 1981, was Fun in Space, on which he performed all vocals and played all instruments aside from about half of the keyboards, which were contributed by engineer David Richards. With Queen still touring heavily and recording at the time of Kensington Market London release, Taylor was unable to promote the album to its fullest extent, only appearing on some European TV shows to promote the single Future Management, including Top of the Pops. A second single from the album was titled My Country. The only US single released from the album was Let's Get Crazy. Taylor's next solo venture, Strange Frontier, came in June 1984. The 3 singles from the album were the title track Beautiful Dreams and Man on Fire, the latter becoming a live favorite for him in later years. No attempts to promote the singles were made since Queen was touring to promote the works, with Taylor not even performing on any TV shows. Strange Frontier included guest appearances by bandmates Freddie Mercury, Brian May and John Deacon. Mercury sang backing vocals on Killing Time. Deacon remixed the B-side I Cry For You, and Rick Parfitt co-wrote and played on It's an Illusion. David Richards, Queen's engineer and producer at the time, also co-wrote 2 of the tracks. The album includes covers of Bruce Springsteen's Racing in the Street and Bob Dylan's Masters of War. In 1986, Taylor co-produced Vigilante, the sixth studio album by rock band Magnum. After Queen finished their 1986 Magic Tour, Taylor started a new band The Cross, which released 3 albums over their 6 years of existence. In 1993, the band split up after performing one final gig at the Gosport Festival. In 1994, Taylor worked with Yoshiki, drummer and pianist of X-Japan, and released the song Foreign Sand and a reworking of The Cross's Final Destination. The album Happiness was dedicated to the Tasmanian tiger Thylacynus cynocephalus, but most especially for Freddie. Nazis 1994 from this album became Taylor's first hit single in England and was followed by 2 other top 40 UK hits, Happiness and Foreign Sand. In 1998, Taylor released his 4th solo album Electric Fire. Taylor also performed one of the first internet gigs for which he got a mention in the Guinness Book of World Records. On the 11th of November 2013, Taylor released the album Fun on Earth. On the same day, Taylor released his compilation album The Lot, which includes all of his work outside of Queen. In response to the global COVID-19 pandemic, Taylor released a new single, Isolation, on the 21st of June 2020. The song debuted on the top of the UK iTunes Rock Chart. On the 7th of May 2021, Taylor announced his new solo album Outsider, which was released on the 1st of October 2021 and debuted at number 3 on the UK Albums Chart.